Welcome back to Athena One Muse. All right, let's do this. Also, a quick shout out to all the mothers who had a great Mother's Day and celebrated Happy Mother's Day to all of you. Okay, so let's start with the week of May 14th. All right, I'm going to put the camera down and let's get started with the fire signs. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, Sun, Moon, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay? For the week of May 14th, 2018. Okay. We're going to use the same format. Childhood self, present self, and higher self right here. Okay, so we have the childhood self, we have the wheel in reverse. The present self, the Emperor in reverse. That's your card, Aries. And then it's really Aries though. Okay. And then we have the Palace of Cups as the higher self. So, as I look at these cards right off the bat, I'm looking at a karmic cycle that is not yet completed. So we could be waiting on something to complete this karmic cycle, correct? Okay. All right. So your childhood self says this has to come to an end. It's karmic. When we're in a karmic cycle, that means patterns that continuously go around the wheel. Behavioral patterns, lessons that haven't been learned, they continually are cyclical because they haven't been learned. So your childhood self is saying lessons have to be learned here from your past, right? And your higher self is saying, and to do that, you need to get out of your head and not analyze it to death, pretty much, right? No pun intended. But don't analyze the situation. Just know that the lesson needs to be learned, okay? So a lesson has to be learned. Try not to analyze it any more than it needs to. You could be waiting, fire signs, on some paperwork to turn this, to get this ending completed. I mean, it's going to end in terms of the pattern. The pattern is going to end because that's what karmic cycles mean. They end for reasons, they are lessons that need to be learned. So therefore, just learning the lesson is going to bring some, closure to the whole thing. And so presently, you're feeling, obviously, you're not feeling empowered at all. And you have all the power here to turn this around, but you're just in your head. You're in your head, and it's not sitting well with you, obviously. Yeah. Okay, let's get clarity on this, okay? All right, and I'm using the Tarot of Dreams cards, and I also, before I forget, want to thank all of my time stampers. You guys rock. I say it to you all the time, and I mean it. I'm not feeling that yet card. Okay. Oh, it's this. It's that one. Okay, so, right. So, you're needing to understand this from a higher perspective, okay? I don't think a lot of you are feeling enlightened about the situation. I feel that in your current situation, you're looking for answers. You're not using your intuition, and you're still looking for answers to the situation, which, quite frankly, it may or may not come. how are you going to turn this around? So some things have to be exposed in order for this to be turned around. This ending's going to happen because once this whatever exposure, whatever hidden secrets are happening, whatever that means to you guys individually, it's going to happen because the universe says so. Okay? And then you're going to be happy. So know that your childhood self is saying, hey, wait a second. Understand that when this thing gets exposed, then you're going to be happy. You're finally going to be released. Look, you're released. You're happy. You see the light. But right now you don't. Right now you can't see the forest, you can't see the light through the forest and the trees. And it's right there for you. Your intuition is playing a big part in this situation. There's secrets. You're not telling, the whole truth has not been revealed, okay? So what is your higher self saying? Your higher self saying is, change your perspective, guys. Change your perspective. You're not using your intuition. You're not going with the flow. Clearly, you could be going with the flow if you changed your perspective. If you changed your perspective, you'd be in the flow of life. The way it's supposed to has been intended. It's intended for you to move on, move forward, move forward. You're stagnant. You're stagnant because you want answers. There are no answers. The universe is going to answer you when the time is right. That's another thing. When the time is right, you'll know the answers. But right now, you don't have the answers and you're not clearly using your intuition. Because if this were upright, you wouldn't feel upside down about your life. Right now, every aspect of your life is kind of upside down because you're in a holding pattern, waiting for this karmic cycle to end and complete itself. And it's going to. It will right itself. It has to. It's been written. It's been written. This experience, fire signs, was just a lesson. It was a karmic lesson. It was not to be taken into the future. This was a karmic lesson to change your perspective about your outlook on life. It could be just that. It doesn't have to necessarily be something in particular, except for your perspective and going with the flow. That's what I see this meaning. Going with the flow. Change your perspective. Let the universe guide you. You're not allowing for that to happen. So that's what happens when you don't allow. Okay? Change your perspective now. You are going to, but it's not happening yet. Okay. So, I'm going to ask the Ascended Masters. Wow. Okay, these two just came out like right away. All right. So, Troth is saying that we're right. I'm right in the situation. So, the situation that we're talking about is correct. And Paul the Venetian is saying, express yourself. Expressing yourself and changing your perspective. Talking to yourself. Use your intuition. Look at things differently. When you change your perspective, you're going to immediately understand it. You're going to get it. And until then, you're going to be feeling like this, actually. Okay? So, this also could mean, for some of you, you need to journal. You need to write about it. You need to start writing about how you feel. Maybe this is maybe a letter that you need to write to your own self in a journal. Or, journaling really helps you release any inner emotions where, let's just say, you know, you don't feel comfortable talking about it to someone, even though, you know, you are being advised to talk about it to friends, family members, etc. But I'm getting a little hoarse, so I'm feeling that you don't want to talk about it. Okay? Or the situation isn't something that you understand to talk about. You're not using your intuition and you're not feeling empowered. Okay? So if you can't, what the Ascended Masters are saying, if you can't talk about it, write about it, do whatever it's going to help make you turn this around for yourself. Using your intuition. Meditation didn't come out because I only pulled 2 cards. Or actually, I only wanted to pull 1 card. So clearly you need to use your intuition and you're not. You're not using, your intuition knows. That's your heart. Your heart knows you got to move forward in your life. In order to be happy, this karmic cycle is going to have to end. And it is. It was just a lesson. It was just here to teach you something. Maybe teaching you just not to be, you know, in an illusion, not to follow your intuition. You know, you're being told to follow your intuition is what I'm saying. That's what I meant, if that didn't come out right. So in order to follow your intuition and have this feeling of self-worth and happiness and everything's cool, you know, what has to happen is you got to go with the flow and change it, the way you look at the situation. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Just look at it differently, and then the light will shine for all of you. And use your intuition. You guys innately know what you need to do. That's what it's saying. Okay? In your heart of hearts, which is where the truth lies, in your heart of hearts, then you know what you need to do. You need to go with the flow. So, because I'm saying you need to go with the flow, I'm going to do the water signs. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio now for the week of May 14th. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So as far as the fire signs go, you need to either write about it, speak about it, figure it out, start using your intuition so that you can move forward and find some karmic ending. And once that closes, once that karmic wheel completes itself, you're going to feel empowered, you're going to feel good about yourself, and you're going to be able to move forward, you know? But you got to let go of the control. You guys like to control everything. And that's not a bad thing, but sometimes you just have to let go. All right, so we have Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces right here. Week of May 14th. That felt good. All right, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What do we've got for your childhood self? Wow. Okay. We have the 6 of Wands. So your childhood self is saying, hey, yeah, I feel victorious. I feel victorious, but then again, it's contradictory because you're not moving forward for some reason. We'll find out what it is. Okay, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, because the wheel, there's another, this is the same exact thing as the fire signs. Okay, so water signs, something karmically has to end in order for you to begin a new cycle. So something has to end in order for something new to begin. And once that happens, your childhood self is saying, yes, now you're getting it. The blessings of the universe are right around the corner for you. They're just around the corner. But this cycle, it's karmic. It has to complete itself. So you guys seem to be getting the same message that I got for the fire signs. Okay. Let's get clarity on childhood self, present self, and higher self. Okay, and why can't we move forward? Well, all right, so we got some major stuff going on. We're not feeling empowered. We're not feeling ourselves, but you could be. You came from feeling really victorious to being down and out again. Something happened. What happened? You tried starting something new and it just didn't happen. You're feeling like you were backstabbed, obviously, from the picture, right? And you can't move forward because of this. So you're still wounded from a past situation that you thought was going to take off and didn't. And now you're looking at yourself saying, okay, so now this cycle is going to, I'm by myself. I'm feeling, at least I'm feeling I have abundance. I know I have abundance within me, right? There's goodness within me. I know that, right? I'm going to be independent and I'm going to be fine, but this wheel has to turn in order for you to move forward. So right now you can't move forward because you're stuck on this, and you're feeling really like you're feeling you're feeling like you're the victim. You have been done wrong. You feel, water signs, that you have had something that has happened that looked really good on the surface and then didn't happen because it couldn't get off the ground. So in essence, you're now feeling like this. You're going to be feeling like this if you don't. So if you continue to feel like this, your higher self is saying, if you continue feeling like, woe is me, I'm the victim, then you can't move forward, right? That's if you continue this. This is your advice, right? So what is being offered to you from your present self is, hey, be happy with who you are, what you have. Be grateful that the lessons that you've learned are good, and turn this baby around. Move forward, turn it around. You can do it. You can do it. You just have to believe that you can do it. All right? You have new beginnings coming in, but they're not going to happen until you turn it around. The wheel this karmic cycle has to end. So when we talk about karmic cycles, we talk about behavior patterns that you brought forth from, when you were growing up. You, because this is you, does not require to be, a fire sign here. This is you moving forward, and the reason why you can't is because you haven't learned your lessons yet. So it's asking you, the universe is asking you to take a look in the mirror. Take a look in the mirror and see what in your life you have continuously repetitive patterns forming. Take a look at why this is happening in your life right now. It's a clear indication of why you're feeling like this. You've continuously felt like this because you haven't taken the time out to work on yourself. You haven't. So you can't move forward if you haven't worked on yourself. You started out really good because you were enlightened. When we're in childlike mode, we're enlightened, we're feeling good, we're empowered to do whatever we can. Somewhere within your childhood, you reached a plateau where something went kind of haywire. Something in some landmark in time, in your childhood, water signs, something happened where you lost your zest, sweetness for life. Something happened. So it turned your world upside down when this happened. Could have been a divorce, your parents divorcing. It could have been, it could have been many things. It could have been loss of, a loss, whatever loss that was. It turned your world around. This is childhood. So this is like your teenage years, your first love crush, your high school years, your, just beginning, something major happened, water signs, for you to feel upside down in a world where everything was enlightened. There was light everywhere. There was victory. You were like just starting out feeling great. So something rocked your world. And it turned you into feeling good, but yet still feeling, I don't want to be alone. I'm alone. And you felt you have been feeling alone. And now you are alone within yourself. So the universe is saying, look in the mirror here. Look in the mirror, right? Look in the mirror and see where did your life go? Where did your life go awry? Where did something happen? Where in your childhood did something happen and it took a turn for karmic reasons? That's what I want to say. So something happened karmically that these now patterns have followed you to the present, right? Patterns, behaviors have followed you, and now you're stuck. And you're stuck looking in the mirror saying, okay, are you going to do this? Are you going to take the time to work on yourself? Are you going to take the time to see what patterns formed within your childhood self and your present self that are following you to this day? And until you understand it and work on you, then this ending will close yourself. It'll close out. Means your karmic lessons have been learned, right? And then you won't be feeling like this. This will turn around. And you'll be like, because we want this turned around. We want to start a new beginning, and we don't want to feel like we've been backstabbed. But you're taking this into your future right now as we speak. You don't want to do that, right? You want to work on you, okay? Don't take this into your future, because this is what it's going to look like if you do. Okay. Using the Ascended Masters cards. Let's see what one card. And when you do turn this around and do what the universe is asking you to do, looking in the mirror and turning this upside down, right side up, let's say, you're going to be happy. You're going to say, okay, all right, so let's take a step back. Let me look at myself. Truly look at myself. Look at my behavior patterns. Look at all the blessings that I've been given. Look, these are blessings. These are blessings. These are blessings that you've had in your life, your entire life. Blessings. Victorious blessings. These are blessings in disguise. You've just got to look at it like that. Whatever lessons you've learned, water signs, you've learned for a reason, so that you can find the blessings within them and not harbor resentment and bad ill feeling. That's just not going to get you anywhere, basically. It's not going to get you anywhere if you feel this way. If you don't change your now, this is going to continue walking into your future. Do you want that? So count your blessings. Look at where you've been. Look at what achievements that you've made in your life. Look at the blessings that you've had that probably most people haven't, right? Turn this around and now karmically move forward with a clean slate. Clean your slate. Work on yourself. Be happy. Do things that make you happy, water signs. This is Buddha. Meditate. Journal. Find the blessings in your life. Be happy. Everyone's been through a lot. Everyone's gone through something. Everyone's gone through this moment. So you're being asked to look at this. This is your present self. You could be like this. But if you continue and not work on yourself and not learn the lessons, this is yourself, and not look in the mirror and say, okay, I got to change me. If you don't, you're not going to move forward and you're going to look like this. So find the blessings. Once you do that, abundant blessings are going to happen for you. But you've got to work on, the universe just doesn't hand you happiness and joy unless you work it on yourself. It's got to come from within. The universe just doesn't hand you this silver platter. And if they do, it's temporary. You have to do the work. You have to do the work. Okay. That was water signs. We're going to do now air signs. Air signs for the week of May 14th, 2018. All right, so we had fire signs who need to also do the work that's needed, right? Meditate, journal. If you don't do the work, you guys, you can't start from a fresh palette, An artist doesn't start drawing and making a beautiful masterpiece with remnants of the past. It can't happen, right? Van Gogh did not start painting unless it was a clean palette. So it looks to me like, from an artist's point of view, clean your palette. Clean your palette and start over, but you got to work on yourself. So in doing so and finding the blessings for all of us, we need to do the work on ourselves. I mean, really, it's a clear message, okay? So let's look at the air signs and see what message they have. Okay, childhood self. It's right here. Childhood, current self, which is 2 cards came out, and I'm taking them, and future self or higher self. Same thing. All right. Okay, so I'm hearing the song, Don't Be So Hard on Yourself. Those tears are for someone else. Okay, we judge ourselves, don't we? So as a child, air signs, you're perfectionists. I'm going to speak of myself too because I'm an air sign. All right, so we have judged ourselves too harshly, or we were judged too harshly in our childhood. And so that that dampened our spirit. There were things we wanted potentially to achieve in childhood, and maybe we weren't allowed to be ourselves, right? This is being judged unfairly. So we might have had our parents, our teachers, our significant best friends, or not. Actually, I'm going to take that back. Not best friends, but our like circle of friends. I'm not going to say best friends because best friends don't judge. But in our childhood, we don't know that, right? We really don't. But we were judged unfairly in childhood. And we judged ourselves to the point where we became now perfectionists, right? Perfectionists, wanting control, just being that child who's your parents said, don't do this, don't do that, you're wrong for this, you're wrong for that. It was like that for some. That's the message, okay? That's your childhood message. So now our worlds are being completely shaken up because we had this in our childhood, and we don't know anything else but this. Keeping our hands on the wheel, being in control. We are being asked to let go of control and judgment of ourselves. And now, so ourselves are saying, we're being asked to completely disregard the judgment that we had in our lives. And our world is completely our world just got completely knocked out of its comfort zone. This is like being totally shaken up in a world where now is unknown to us, and we must heal. We're healing, and healing's not complete here, because this should be upright and this should be reversed if healing was taking place. I mean, complete. That's what I meant. But we had to have our world rocked from every aspect of this judgment, judging ourselves too harshly, being judged too harshly by exterior forces and energies. And, we were kids. We didn't know any better. So we grew up thinking we have to be perfectionists, and here's your perfection. It went to shit. You can't live in a world that is nothing's perfect. We cannot judge ourselves. So we are being asked to take full control off the wheel. Here's the wheel. The universe is saying, you need to take your hands off the wheel and not control everything, and stop judging yourself for not being good enough, pretty enough, skinny enough, whatever. Because that's not the case. These things, my friends, these things stem from our childhood. We're not here to put blame on anyone that hurt us in our childhood. This is not what this is about. But we are saying that it needs to end. So whatever judgments that were placed upon us when we were kids, once we turn it around, and this harshness within ourselves, the perfectionists that we are, this rocked our world. So now we're healing. And once we heal, and it's completely healed, which it will, this is our higher self, then we can stop judging ourselves and others for what they have done and or how they treated us in our childhood. It could simply be that we were judged harshly in our childhood, or our boyfriends, our so-called friends that we thought were our friends, and our teachers, our parents, all judgment. It has to end. So we're healing. Okay, we need definite clarifiers for this. All right, let's go with our clarifying the air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That's that clarifier. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and these two we're taking, and that's how it goes. All right, so this is how we feel. This is it. Here we are. This is how we feel. So in our childhood, it was you're not good enough, and it was a slow-moving belief system. It was a belief system that was ingrained within us. So we've been healing from childhood. We started healing like high school. That's what I heard. So we had this happen during our high school years or around the teen years, right? This feels like a teen. It's a page. I mean, it is a child. It's a child. But because there's green all around this child makes me believe that we were trying to heal even from then. Right? We've been trying to not let the judgments of others affect us. But it has. And it's affected us. And we're healing. Our lives are totally in disarray because we are judging ourselves now in that same way. And we're trying to heal, and we're trying to move forward. We're trying to get this right. We really are. We're trying to heal and get it right. And as long as we can get out of that person who this is, could be a father figure. I'm not saying it is. Could have been an aggressive person that is still in our lives today, right? It could be, this is our higher self. So this karmic cycle is ending with someone who was harsh to us in childhood, who judged us, who may still want to judge us, but we don't want to stay in our heads and remain there worrying about this external person, or this could be us, our higher self. This is us also. We are the swords. If we stop judging ourselves and letting others affect us by judging us, then we can turn this baby around and say, hey, I'm empowered again, and now I'm moving forward. The cycle is closing. I've learned my lessons. I'm out. This is you. And this is, or external, if it is external, like a father figure, an authority figure of any kind, this person needs to be turned around and out. An aggressive person in our lives who judged us unfairly, who we came to know, because, I'm going to say it could be external to you guys, but I'm also feeling it's you. Childhood self, trying to heal. Now we're trying to get out of this, but we're doing it with our thoughts, and we need to get out of our thoughts. We need to just let this end and heal. So try to get out of your head and into your heart so you can heal. Get into your heart. Stay within your heart source. Your energy. Your heart is the source. Your heart is God. Stay within that light. Stay within that light. And take all the time you need to heal. You got to get out of this. And you are. Because it is upside down. So you need healing. You need healing. You have not healed yet from your childhood. That's what this is all about. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You need to lose the control, which your higher self is saying. Once you let go of the reins and heal, both. That's what this means. Letting go of the reins and healing. Mind, body, and soul healing, though. Complete healing. In order for you to move on, move forward with your life, you just need to let go and let God. Heal from your heart. Your heart needs healing. And you need to allow this time. You need this time for yourselves, air signs. No one. Do not allow anyone in your space until you have healed. And I'm serious. Do not allow anyone in your space until you heal completely. Because if you don't, this world is not going to complete itself. It has to change. It has to turn around. Stay out of your head and stay in your heart. Yep, that's it. Okay. Air signs. Okay. So that's what you have to do. Now you have to go and work on healing yourself. Whatever this means, air signs. It means finding your own power, being your own boss, finding enlightenment, speaking your truth. The robe of white, speak your truth. Find your center. Enlighten yourself. Be enlightened. Find your heart space, your truth. Walk in your truth. And it doesn't matter who in your world's not going to like it. This is about you, air signs. You need to completely heal and allow yourself to just be alone and heal whatever has happened. And then when you're feeling empowered and you're feeling good and you can move on, then you're going to do it. But for now, just go within. Go within. Find your truth, speak your truth, and only that. Because that's what you guys are. Air signs are all about the truth, enlightenment, taking your hands off the wheel, speaking your truth, take your hands off the wheel, and move forward. And stay within your heart and get out of your head. Heal your heart. This is something that has happened from childhood. You need healing. And do not allow anyone else to tell you otherwise. Follow your heart. Air signs, heal your heart. And then your heart will heal you. Right? Okay. That's how it goes. Okay. Water signs. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for the week of May 14th, 2018. Water signs. Okay. I feel like I need to shuffle a little more. Water. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces for the week of childhood self, present self, and future self. Those two wanted to come out, and I'm taking them. All right. Your childhood self is saying, water signs, that you have not used your intuition, that you innately, this is you. This is all water signs who have, all signs have the power of intuition. You know, we are all empowered to have all of the universal intuitive, it's just our natural abilities. And this is innately your ability, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Therefore, you have not used your intuition, and so therefore you're not feeling happy. your world's not happy because you have not used your intuition. And now your childhood self, this is what you would be saying, okay, this is good. I'm using my intuition, following a balanced life, understanding what the universe is asking of me. But in this form, right now, your childhood is saying, you haven't used your intuition, therefore you're not happy. So there is no enlightenment because you're keeping something from yourself. You're keeping the truth from yourself. That's it. You know the truth, but you don't want to face the truth. Water signs. You know the truth, you don't want to face it, so it's making you unhappy. And what is your higher self saying? Your higher self is saying, you have a decision to make. You want this one cup. And you want that cup, and you're not seeing anything else. It's like the world around you is you just want that one cup to make your decision on that one cup. What's that one disappointment that you did not use your intuition about? You're keeping to yourself about something that has happened, that it's been decided and you're upset about it. It's already been decided. This is your future. You're crying over something that has ended because you innately did not use your intuition about it. So you're blaming yourself, right? Kind of blaming yourself. The high priestess has all the secrets. She holds all the records. She knows. She knows. The high priestess always knows. But you didn't use your intuition. So now you're feeling like this. And you're not happy. Present. So you know the truth is what I'm hearing. You guys know the truth, but you don't want to face the music. Let's get clarity on this. You know the truth, but you don't want to face the music. Water signs. Okay, so you're scared of the truth. Your childhood self was scared. You were scared that the truth was... You were scared the truth wasn't going to set you free, be victorious. So you were too scared to see the truth in your childhood. Somewhere along your story, in your childhood, water signs, there was a story that had manifested in your world and you didn't want to see the truth of it. Maybe you didn't listen to your intuition, you made the wrong decision. You know, these times of our lives in childhood are when we make our most crucial decisions. We make major life decisions. Major life decisions happen in our life. And what happens? We make them knowing that we made them. We may have made a couple wrong decisions and feeling sorry for ourselves. And had you made these decisions not out of fear or ego, then you could have been happy. But because certain things transpired, I mean, you were happy at one time. See? This is how you started out. Enlightened, victorious, powerful, empowered, right? But then this happened, and it's all in your childhood. A situation happened when you were fearful of using your intuition. You didn't listen to the call. You didn't heed the call because you didn't listen to your intuition. Something told you that something in your past, you were supposed to go one way and you didn't. You went the other. So now you're emotionally, not happy. And you can be happy again. It's your choice. You have free will. This is the free will card. Water signs. You can be happy. You got to go with the flow here. Stop crying over spilled milk. It's your choice. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's do this. Here's your choice. You can either cry over spilled milk of what you were fearful about in your childhood. The decisions that you made were wrong decisions. So what? We all make them. That's the only way you're going to learn. Or you can be happy about where you've been and how far you've come. You want this happy home, this beautiful family life. So don't look back at what you lost. Look forward to what could happen if you released this fearful regret. I mean, that's what that is. This is regret. I regret making the decisions. I regret making decisions that I did, and it's haunting my higher self. And it is. It comes from your childhood self. It's haunting you. This is in your future self. Your what do I want to say? You're blaming yourself for the choices that you made in your childhood. You're blaming yourself. Okay? So now the universe is saying, all right, you got free will here. On planet Earth, we have free will. Thank God for that. So don't cry over spilled milk. Make a decision to be happy again. Move forward, and be happy. Turn this shit around. Turn it around. The only way you're going to change your world is if you change this regret. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. That's the card. Regret. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Why not change this into, okay, I'm learning from this. I'm not going to let this affect me. I'm going to choose to be happy and learn from what transpired in my life. So you're being given the option to take a chance on yourself and be happy again. So this, I'm gonna tell you because I see it. This card and this card from childhood to higher self, the universe is asking you to make the choice to be happy again. Wherever the sweetness of your life unfolded that became bitter, let it go. Forgive all of those who you regret not moving forward with you in your life. And accept and allow happiness to come in. And forgive yourself. Once you do, you'll be happy. I feel like a broken record, but hey, it's the truth. The cards don't lie. Okay? You're being given an opportunity. Can you see these cards? Look. You've been given every opportunity. Look at these. Childhood self, happiness. Present self, could have been happy. Crying over what hasn't happened. Future self is your choice. Take all these three cards from your childhood self, present self, and higher self and merge them together to be happy. Turn this around. And then Stop being fearful of and regretful of what hasn't transpired, and be happy and feel the blessings that we all have to see the blessings that we have in life. We have so much to be grateful for. We have so much to be grateful for. I'm turning it around for you, knowing full well that you're going to make the decision to just be happy and no regrets. Drink more water, which means healing. Okay? I'm going to say it because not only do I see it in this card, but the card that flipped out is fertility. So this means that you have the opportunity to heal yourself. Heal means work on yourselves, water signs. Go to the ocean. This is the Ascended Master Ocean. Go to the ocean if you can. If not, drink more water, go to a lake, go out in Mother Nature and heal yourself. Heal yourself and be happy. Find the happiness and the blessings in what you have gone through. And be grateful, right? You can't move forward in your life if you're not grateful. Know your truth. You know the truth. You know the truth. You were a little disillusioned, but you do know the truth. In your heart of hearts, no one can tell you. In your heart of hearts, you know the truth. You know what you need to do in order to be happy again. Now pick that road. Take that leap of faith and choose to be happy. And that means healing. That means alone time. That means meditation. You have to change you in order for this to happen. Miracles only happen when you do the work on yourself. And this message I'm going to tell you is from the collective consciousness. All right? It's a message for all the signs for this week. Work on yourselves. Heal yourself. Because you only have yourself, right? We come into this world alone, and you know what? We die alone. And we go to another world. And then we start a new lesson, a new life. Find faith to all the signs. Be blessed. Find your faith, whatever that may be. I wish you many blessings. Okay? And have a good week. That was kind of heavy, but in a good way. Okay, bye.